Hello, everyone of the sign of Taurus. I'm here today to give you your message for August 2025. I hope you enjoy it. So, starting off, August 9th. On August 9th, we have a full moon in the sign of Aquarius. Now, besides it being the sign of Aquarius full moon, where it will create this creativity and this desire for you to be your authentic self, etc., etc., usually people have a way of blocking it, their desire to change. But here, Mars conjuncts Saturn and Mars conjuncts Neptune. And the last time this happened was about 36 years ago or whatever, in like 1989. And every single time this conjunction happened, Saturn and Neptune conjuncting Mars, it's a period of time that usually is about 3 to 5 years, right? But it depicts a fall of a regime. Like the Berlin Wall came down in during the last time that this happened, right? The end of an era. And what is happening with this full moon is the end of an era within you, where you're breaking down a limitation, a restriction, a wall, something in your life that told you this is who you are and you can't be anything else than that. And that wall is crumbling down. And then when it crumbles down, it's giving you the opportunity to reveal yourself to the world. Masks are being removed, identities are being changed. And so, if you do ritual work, this would be a great day to do like a road opener, or anything that has to do with like entering into the next stage in your life, right? A blockbuster, etc. So, that being said, let's see how this is going to affect you. This is interesting because these fell together and then this one fell separate. So I'm going to do it separate. And I said ritual for you guys, my Tauruses. And look, the first thing right off the bat is a candle. And when this card comes out for me, this one and the one that says your angels, right? They usually depict to me a ritual. And it says, you will be shown the way. So this feels like a road opener, or lighting a candle for clarity, a clarity ritual, or a blockbuster where you were blocked and now you're seeing your way out of darkness. This is like working with the hermit energy, where you have the lamp out of this shady area so that you can see way clearly into your future. With it, we got these three. The first, vase, secret admirer. Second, dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking about you. And the third, club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. Look, and I'm going to be straight with you. Taurus, the shadow aspect of Taurus is being a little bullheaded. Okay? And because they might be a little bullheaded, they'd be like, that means that I would have to move and I would have to go back to school and I would have to change my life completely. And I'm very comfortable here. And that seems like way too much work. So it's the no. And I feel like the dog far away and the secret admirer is actually something spiritual, like yourself calling you to go in a direction and you physical self is saying hell to the no. Taurus, this sounds so Tauran. All right. I want to get more information on this because it's kind of making me laugh. You guys are making me laugh, you guys. All right. Let's find out about this. What is it that Taurus doesn't want to do that they're being called to do? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Walk away from something that made you feel stable. I would want to be, and look at, walk away from it. Chariot card. That's so funny. I mean, if you were like, no, that's just the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. That doesn't mean walking away from something that is is your stability, right? Something you've invested so long on. That's not what that means. But then you followed it up. They followed it up for whoever was saying that with the Chariot card, like saying, yes, that's exactly what we meant. We want you to walk away from something you've invested so much time, energy, effort, and resources in, because that was not for you. Like, that was not you. This is not the person you really want to be. So if you've been experiencing energies of anxiety, of depression, of like anger for no reason, or like mixed emotions, like feeling bipolar sometimes you're having, sometimes that depicts something that you're in, an environment you're in, something that you've agreed to that is out of alignment with your soul. And it's something you've invested on a long time. You saw it for like a forever thing, right? A career forever, a hobby forever, and it just feels like, no. Ace of Swords, yeah, you're going to have to cut out something. This is why you're resisting, because it's like, no, I don't want to do that. This is like what I feel comfortable with. Wow. The the Six of Swords is in reverse. Literally, that is saying, I don't want to move into calmer waters. It's turbulent here, but I'd rather stay here because I know it. And here it is with the Four of Swords in reverse, saying you can't ignore this. You can't pretend you don't see that you don't have to be there anymore. You can't pretend that things are going to get better, because they won't. It's like, now is you're being brutally awakened, and this is why you're being shown the way. I feel like it's not like a small guiding light coming towards you in the darkness, and you're like, oh, my eyes hurt, and you're kind of looking, okay, I'll follow you. No, it's like you're in a dead sleep in the middle of like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody blows on the lights, and you just woke up from a dead sleep, like, where the hell am I? That is this energy. It's so funny. It's so funny, but not funny. I'm not laughing at you. We're laughing together, okay? That's so crazy. Look, and walking away for you feels like a defeat. Seven of Swords. I mean, seven, not Seven of Swords. That's that's lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like you feel like this is a lie. Eight of Cups to the Five of Swords. Literally, it feels like it's like I'm walking away defeated from this. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you know how much I tried to make this work? Take it as it resonates. If you don't have to accept the message that comes through, but the fact that you're having an internal battle with whatever is coming through, it's possible that maybe it's something you don't want to see. Just saying. Okay. Next thing, August 22nd, new moon in Virgo with the sun in Virgo. I think this is a very practical new moon. It's one where you're kind of like returning to the drawing board and kind of looking at your life and being, all right, maybe this won't work out. This is like, I feel like surrender. This moon for me feels like a surrender. I'm starting to see it now. You're maybe right. This probably isn't for me. And then it's like, let me be practical about this, because you're such a, this is an earth element, Virgo, and you're an earth element. So let me be very grounded here and see exactly how I can move away from this with the least amount of collateral damage. And the reality is that they're not telling you to bust everything open and destroy your entire life and whatever, but they're telling you, I think it's about time that you should think about a way to get out of this, because this is not for you. Okay? So, tell me about this. What is this new moon going to bring my Tauruses? We have a new beginning in a love partnership. And see, everybody's going to read these a little bit different. For me, love partnership doesn't mean another person, though it can be for some people. I feel love partnership is connecting to something that resonates stronger to your heart space, right? So this can be a love partnership, can be a career that's more aligned to your truth. This can be um, a vocation, like a spiritual group or a religious group that's more aligned to your heart. That's a partnership. This can be a friend group. This can be like a committee that you get yourself involved in, a family group that you get involved in, but it's more aligned to your heart space, to what you really love. And there's a new beginning because of the fact that you're actually paying attention to what your heart is asking you to. It does feel like resignando. I keep hearing in Spanish resignando, which means surrendering. It does feel like a surrender, but it's a surrender to yourself. I feel like you've been in this energy of denial for a long time, and it's not a critic here because a lot of us have that energy because it is hard to change effing everything in your life just because out of a whim you start realizing this is not for me, right? And you're not an island that stands on your own. There's so many people that might defend on you, so many people that are connected to you. And it's like, how can I move forward with the least amount of collateral damage to people and things that I truly care about? And so I'm seeing you put forth an effort with 13 to make this change, and to initiate this, I want to say, soul death into your life. Um, I feel like this isn't going to be an easy transition, but you know it's a necessary one. And this energy on the 22nd really does feel surrendery, like where you're finally surrendering to it. Shut up. These cards are really flipping crazy. So remember I said 13 is like the death card? Look at this. The death card. Shut up. And look at what the death card is for. The 10 of Pentacles again that came out in reverse. We started with it and we have it again. Literally, it's saying, okay, I accept that this isn't going to last forever. I'm going to put forth the effort to make this end. Ace of Swords. I'm going to move my emotions out of the situation and be very logical and practical as to the approach to be able to make sure that everything is squared up and good. Okay, going by the book, doing the things how it's expected and the rules that are required for me to make this happen. Oh. Then we have the Devil card in reverse. And this is interesting because this, I feel like, is an entanglement. To break myself free from this entanglement. Break myself free from this thing that I've been bound to for so long that is actually hurting me instead of helping me. I'm going to work on Eight of Pentacles, starting a new cycle, the Fool card. I mean, I know this is going to be hard for you because it feels like you tried a lot. But sometimes it's not, every situation, every partnership, if be it platonic, relationship, or love, right? Any kind of, or spiritual, every kind of relationship is not just a one person thing. Okay? Every piece of the puzzle is required and important for it to work. And if you're putting 100 million% while others in the group and the collective are not, then that's just a, walk away time. All right. Last thing is something that's going to be taking place in August 25th, and it will be going through to November 19th. And that is the moon entering and transiting in the sign of Leo. This is for me personally, this period of time is one of reclaiming something that has been lost. So this is you accepting a version of yourself, coming back to life, changing an aspect of returning the passion that you have lost in your life because of all that you have sacrificed to accommodate for others. It's kind of the I choose me energy, and it's a rebirth due to the I choose me energy. So I want to see how it's going to be affecting you, my Tauruses. Look at that. Treasure Island. And chaos and conflict. I mean, why not, right? It's kind of like, I feel like you're taking your treasures, right? And you're moving away from this island into a new world for your greatest good and your divine person. But then this is going to cause chaos and conflict for the people and the situations you're leaving behind. We are partly responsible, and we need to take accountability for different people in our lives based on the connections we have with them and the things we agreed upon with them. But we are not responsible to keep holding on to other people just because they don't want to do what they have to do. Okay? I just have to put that out there. Because, like, you have the energy of 9, which is this year, the year of the snake. I think this whole thing that's happening is because this is something you had to shed away. But they have the energy too because they're a 33, and 3 times 3 is a 9. So if they put themselves together, they'd be you and be able to do the same thing. But they don't want to because you've kept them together. And this is a hypothetical them, okay? So wow, are they losing their shit? This is you moving forward. Chariot card. Yet again, this is the second time this comes out for you. Literally, it's telling you move, okay? Also, 9 with the Treasure Island, he's moving too, okay? But look at what it causes them. The 9 of Swords. Oh my God, how is this possible? I really need you. Don't you understand? And this is when guilt plays a part. And if you're in a relationship or you're in a commitment or you're connected to something because of shame, guilt, doubt, fear, you got to really question yourself why you're still doing it. Wow. Ace of Wands. You're starting to write your story. Moving away, you're finally getting the opportunity to write your story. And yes, 5 of Cups. It makes you sad because you are going to leave people behind and they're going to try to hold on to you. But sometimes it can't just be about everybody else, right? And sometimes the worst thing that could ever happen to a person ends up being the best thing that happens to them because it allows them the opportunity to grow. The Fool card is in reverse. See, that's why they're retaining you, because they don't want things to change. They don't want to move into the new energy. They want to stay how things were, because even though it was draining for you emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is, it was draining for you. It wasn't for them. They were comfortable there. 6 of Cups. They just want things to return how they used to be. So it's funny because this is about you reclaiming you. And the only thing that comes out is them and how much they need you, and how can you do this for me, and blah, blah, blah. That's a person that's not emotionally mature. This is a person or a situation that is 1,000% in this energy of in their view, it's your responsibility to carry them. It's your responsibility to hold them up. It's your responsibility to move forward. And it's like, we are not, one of the first commandments, right? And now it doesn't matter what belief system you have, but I'm just saying, I'm going to put it out there. One of the first commandments is, thou shalt not honor any God besides me, right? I am the Lord your God. You shall not worship anything but myself. Something like that. Take it as it resonates. Look it up. I'm giving you Cliff Note versions, okay? What does that mean? That you shouldn't worship anything but God. No human thing, no blah, 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 just God, right? But that also implies, and that's an implication, um, you should also not be anybody else's God. And this person at this moment, with their need of you, has put you in a position where you have become this person's God. And being in that position, it gives you authority, it gives you strength, but it also gives you weakness, because you, just as much as them, is breaking that first commandment. Everybody should be sovereign within themselves. The second person is only supposed to be an amplification of who you are, not the person that made you. I mean, unless you're a child and you need that dependence, but you shouldn't be here if you're like that. And so I feel like you carry the burden and the responsibility of another because you were shamed into believing that that's the way that you should be living your life. It's a time for you to question. And it's a time for you to think, am I really helping the situation, or am I hurting it by staying here? And what example am I giving to everybody else of how they should live their life if I continue here? So that's just a food for thought. I hope this helps you. See you the next time.